So in today's class, we are going to discuss the convolution neural networks, which are nothing but image classification, which are used for image classification, right? So here we are going to pass through the machine. To the machine, we are going to give the data with respect to whatever the categories, different categories of images. So for example, here I am going to train the machine. Okay, here I am going to train the machine with cats and dogs. Assume I have trained the machine with the cats and dogs. I have given the cats different examples like 4,000 images I have trained, and dogs also have given 4,000 images I have trained. Now the machine has learned from these cats and dog images. It has identified the various features. In the first image, it has identified the color. Okay, dogs will have this color and cats will have this color. In the second image, it will identify the shapes. They will identify the common pattern. From one example, they will not conclude everything. So multiple examples, by giving this multiple data, it will understand the cats and dogs. Once this was trained, everything was trained. Now I'm going to give a new image. A new image I'm going to send. Now this new image, I'm going to ask whether it is a cat image or a dog image. What is this? Now it is going to tell whether it is a cat means cat, dog means dog, right? Now, for example, let us assume the new image, you have given the tiger image. Either it is neither cat or dog. You have given some new image, completely tiger image, or something like elephant image, or something different image you have sent. Now, what it is going to do, it is going to check the probability of that image for the cat, and what is the probability, means how many things are matching with cat and how many things are matching with the dog. The more that things are matching with cat, it is going to predict is it as a cat, because you have trained only with cats and dogs, right? You trained only these two and you are giving a new one automatically. Then what happens? It is going to give a wrong answer only. So for example, if you want to predict the tiger, if you want to predict the elephant, means you have to train with elephants and tigers also then, right? Now here, right? So now here we are going to give with respect to cats and dogs, right? Now, whatever the new image you have given, it is going to identify what is the probability for cat and what is the probability for the dog. And after calculating the probability for both of them, which is having the higher the probability, it is going to classify into that, right? For example, you have trained your machine. You have trained the machine with cinema heroes like Mahesh Babu, Pawan Kalyan, and Prabhas. Like this, you have trained. These are or with respect to one more actor also, like NTR. Okay, Telugu actors. I don't know about Hindi, so I am not going to write. So Telugu actors are with respect to Mahesh Babu, Pawan Kalyan, or Prabhas, NTR. These four heroes you have given as the training set. You train the machine by showing multiple images of Mahesh Babu, not with single image. Multiple images, various images, right? Sir, and Pawan Kalyan also various images like Prabhas and NTR. Okay, these four things you have given. Now, once you have given these four images, training was completed. The machine has understand, okay, from Mahesh Babu it will identify some features. From Prabhas it will identify some features. From NTR it will identify some features. After identification, means it is getting stored. The training is completed. Now, what you are going to do, means you are going to give a new image. Some new image you are going to share. And that image you are asking, and in that image, for example, Prabhas is there. And it is going to check what is the probability with Mahesh Babu, and what is the probability with Pawan Kalyan, what is the probability with Prabhas, what is the probability with NTR. For each of them, it is going to calculate separate probability. And out of all the probabilities, which probability is more, that probability it is going to predict, right? It is going to predict for that probability. The training was completed. Now we are going to share the new image, and we are asking this new image, and it is going to check the probability for each of them, right? And after checking with the probability, whichever is having the higher the probability, it is going to classify into that. For example, you have shared your photo. Whatever your photo is there, you have shared. You trained with all these heroes, and you have shared your photo. Now, for your photo also, it is going to check what is the probability for Mahesh Babu. what is the probability for PK, and what is the probability for Prabhas, and what is the probability for NTR. And it is going to showcase that your face is almost close to with respect to this particular Cinema Hero. Like we have seen some kind of Android apps where they have created with respect to for temporary purpose, they have created some Android apps, right? Some funny Android apps will be there. They will show their face, and their face will be almost close to which hero they will check, right? They have trained with some cinema heroes. Okay. Now, the same thing. Now, how this is going to be trained? So how they are going to train? This one is the question. So here the training will be done with respect to by giving the various images, and that images, what are the images it is taking from that images, it is going to do the filters. It is going to apply the various filters. What is meant by filters? Filters are nothing but called as conditions, some conditions. Okay. For example, you are going to, you are sending some kind of filter, one filter for a dog. What is the filter miss? What is the shape of the dog? Okay, shape is one of the filter, and how many legs are there, and tail, and eyes color, dog color. These are all called as various filters. Different filters are there, right? Now here in the convolution neural networks, how a computer reads an image. Just we have to understand how a computer reads an image, and why a normal neural network cannot be used for images. Artificial neural networks are also there, right? ANN. Why can't we go with the ANN for with respect to regression and classification purpose? And ANN is used only for regression and classification of the structured data. Why we can't apply the same classification on the images? Why it is not working? Now, what is meant by convolution neural networks, and how the convolution neural network works? And along with that, one case study we are going to see, right? Now, how a computer reads an image means any color image will be red, any color image or black and white image. Any image is a combination of pixels. One image is there means the image is a combination of multiple pixels. Okay, it is having with respect to pixels, right? So if you observe here, any image will have certain pixels. The pixels intensity, whatever the pixel intensity is there, the pixel intensity is going to be from 0 to 255. The maximum value is 255, right? That is the pixel intensity. What is meant by intensity means in terms of percentage. What percentage of color it is having? How much percentage of color it is having? The maximum thing we can have is 255. So now, for example, here, if you observe here, I am having, this is called as black color. Okay, this is black color. And one more is there. This is also black color. Now, what is the difference between these two? This is black color. This is also black color. But this is a dark black, where this is a light black. Light black means less percentage of blackness is there. Where this is heavy black means with respect to more color of blackness is there. Right? Now, that is called as pixel intensity. Let us take one of the image. This is a Modi image. Total it is of 1500 into 1358 is the size. This pixel size, whatever the pixel size is there, pixel is of 1500 into 1358. Means 1500 you are having like this. 1500 parts into 1358 you are having. Right? Any particular image, if you consider, any image is brought into the number of pixels. For example, any black and white image is there. That black and white image is a two-dimensional array. Any black and white image is a two-dimensional array where we are having only black color or white color. In this color, I'm having orange color, some kind of brown color and black color and like this, right? Black and color image of Modi and one more image called as black and white image. Now, what is the difference between these two? Miss, in this black and white image, we are having with respect to only the black and white color. We are having only the black and white color. So, for example, if I draw the same image, if I divide this one into parts, if I divide the parts like this, okay, if I divide the part like this, that is 1500 into 1358, this is called as 1 pixel. This is 1 pixel. This is 1 pixel, 1 pixel. Like this, these are the pixels. Now, in this pixel, we are having either black or white, and how much percentage of black is there? For example, here I have got with respect to pixel intensity of 230 or 240, something like this I have got. Okay, what is the meaning of 240? Means 240 divided by 255. This is the percentage of blackness it is having. For example, pixel intensity of 100 divided by 255. This is the intensity of blackness it is having. The maximum number of pixel intensity is up to 255 is the maximum value, right? Maximum value of intensity is 255 in 0 to 255. So 255 means pure black color. 0 means pure white color. Sir, for example, pixel intensity you are having 45, sir. What is the meaning of that? 45 divided by 255. Whatever the percentage of blackness is there. Okay. Divide by 255. If you do divide by 255, then it is called as with respect to the percentage. You are going to get in terms of percentage. So any black and white image, for black and white images, either we are going to focus only on the black color. This 255 number says how much percentage of blackness is there. 0 number or whatever the number is there, that number indicates how much percentage of blackness is there. For example, here 45, this is 90, 92 and 104, something I am having like this. Now, this 45 divided by 255, 90 divided by 255, 92 divided by 255, 104 divided by 255, it will tell the percentage of blackness only. Every 255 out of this 45 gives the how much percentage of blackness it is having, the pixel intensity of blackness. Now, whereas coming to the color image, if you go with the color images, in the color images, it is a combination of red, green and blue. It is any color. For example, here you are seeing one pink color. Okay, if I draw this one, this is a pink color. Basically, pink color is not available. Okay, pink color is a combination of red color along with the green color. Okay, some percentage of redness is there, some percentage of greenness is there, and some percentage of blueness is there. Any color, basically we are having only 3 colors. One is called as red, green and blue. Basically we are having only 3 colors. Any color, okay, any color. For example, this one is the brinjal color. Or if you go with respect to some kind of this one, purple color. Or if you select one more yellow color. If you select one more with respect to orange color, brown color. All these multiple colors, every color is a combination of red, green and blue. Okay, any colors is a combination of red, green and blue. Pure red color is there, miss. For example, this is red. Pure red color. Pure red color means the percentage of red is 255, green is 0 and blue is 0. Okay, so only red you are observing means the percentage of green and blue is 0. Pure green color you are observing is 255 of green is there, for remaining 2 it is 0. Blue is 255 means remaining 2 are 0. Right? For example, you are having with respect to like something like orange color, one more orange color or brown color are there. This is a combination of multiple colors. That is, multiple colors are red, green and blue. In our cameras, in our mobile phone, we are having with respect to camera. That camera is having one sensor. The sensor is capturing RGB, the sensor called as RGB sensor. It will capture the color of how much color of red color and green color and blue color. And whenever you take the photo, and in some mobiles, the photo will be more clarity, like in iPhone or Pixel phones, the picture will be more clarity. Whereas in other mobiles like MI or with respect to any Realme mobiles, for example, any budget phones like 10 to 15K budget oriented mobiles are there, and flagship phones are there, like 1 lakh rupees mobile phones are there. So in the mobiles, we are having the processor. Processor is used for gaming purpose. If you are interested in gaming means you have to focus on the processor. If you are interested with respect to some kind of cameras means, for example, photos means, for example, you are interested in more in the photos means you have to focus on the camera part. Okay. If you want with respect to life means you have to focus on the battery part. As per your requirements, none of the mobile is perfect, right? So as per our requirements, we are going to select, out of which in the camera, we are having RGB sensor. Not only for in the mobile phones in the camera only, even it is a DSLR also. Okay, if you are in a DSLR, if you are using also, RGB sensor is most important one, where it is going to capture the red, green and blue. Any color image is a combination of red, green and blue. So a color image is a 3-dimensional array, whereas black and white image is a 2-dimensional array. Okay, color images are 3-dimensional array and black and white images are 2-dimensional array. Any color image. Okay. For example, let us take like this. Okay. Sir, this is a 2D photo only, right? This is not a 3D photo. 2D photo only, but 2D, within the 2D, for example, if you draw a line like this. Okay. Here, whatever the pixel is there, this pixel color is there, right? This color is a combination of red, green, and blue. In that particular location, that particular color it is going to identify means that color will be identified based on the how much percentage of green is there, how much percentage of red is there, and how much percentage of blue is there. It is going to take the combination of these three. It is not with one, right? Here by default, we are observing here orange color is there, but orange is not available by default. It is a combination of red, green, and blue. Any color image is a combination of red, green, and blue, right? So any color image is a combination of red, green, and blue, where it is a 3-dimensional array. Okay. For example, here, let us take this one. The same example once again. So I'm just drawing a line. Okay. And now here, whatever the image, this pixel is there, this has to capture. That color has to be captured. That color has to be captured means how it is going to capture. So 3 values it is going to capture. This position. Assume this position is this position. Okay. For your easiness, I'm writing. This is the first position. This position is white color is there. White color is also a combination of red, green, and blue. Any color image, red, green, and blue. Only black and white images is how much percentage of blackness is there. Percentage of blackness is equal to 0 means it is purely white color. Percentage of, for black and white images, the percentage of blackness is equal to 0 means it is white. Is that clear? So now here, if you observe this, any color image, okay, within the color image, if you want the first position, in that first position, you have observed some current color of orange color. Here there is an orange color. Orange color, it is going to take the percentage of blueness, percentage of greenness, and percentage of redness. It is going to calculate that in the same position, whatever in the same position is there, that percentages it is going to calculate. And in that way, it is going to capture the color. Okay, any color image is a 3-dimensional, any black and white image is a 2-dimensional, right? Now, for example, I am having with respect to any image is a combination of multiple pixels. So now if you observe this one, what is the pixel intensity of this one? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Here it is a black and white image. Black and white image, in the black and white image, here the word of 0 is there. What is the meaning of 0? It is a white. 0, 0. This is 255. 0, 255, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Pure black color. 100% pure black color, that is. Whenever you view an image in the back end, it is going to convert that one. The colors will be converted to numerical format in this way. Every color will be converted to a numerical format because machines will not work on the colors. Machines will not work on the text data. So everything should be in terms of numbers only. So that is the reason we have to convert everything to numbers. So for converting everything to numbers, we are having in this way, right? Wherever the blackness is there, it is considered as 255. Now, if I divide everything with 255, the maximum color I am going to get. So here there is a mistake. So this is 1 and this is also 1. Okay. Remaining everything is common, right? So just you are dividing with 255. Divide by 255. Is that clear? Now, in that way, it is going to read the images. The machine will read the images in terms of numeric. How the numeric it is going to read means every color will be converted to their colors based on their intensity. Is that clear? Now, why we can't use a normal neural networks? Okay, sir, colors already numeric is already converted, right? Then directly you can apply the normal only, right? For example, there is a letter called as O. letter called as O, and it is divided by 6 by 6 pixels. This is called as letter O, which is of 6 by 6 pixels. Now here 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. This is a 2-dimensional image or 3-dimensional? Color image or black and white? Black and white means 2-dimensional. It is a 2-dimensional. Color means 3-dimensional. Here 2-dimensional we are having. Now any 2-dimensional array, you can convert to 1-dimensional array or not? Yes or no? Can we convert any 2-dimensional array to 1-dimensional array? And what is the function is used in the NumPy? np.ravel. Do you remember? Which is used to flatten. In the NumPy, if you open your NumPy notes, they have told you the concept called as flattening. Flattening means converting n-dimensional array to 1-dimensional array. Now this entire 2-dimensional array will be converted to 1-dimensional array by using the flattening. Now here whatever we are having this 6 by 6 pixels, so it is going to be converted in this way. Okay, it is going to be converted in this way. That is 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. First, this is the first row. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Next, second row. That is 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Right? Next, third row. Fourth row. Like this, each row. Now, total 6 by 6 pixels. 6 by 6 pixels are there means how many input nodes you are going to get? 36 input nodes. 6 by 6 means 6 into 6, 36. If you convert this 2-dimensional array to 1-dimensional array, 36 values are there inside. In this 2-dimensional array, total how many values are there? 36 values are there. Now 36 values you are converting to 1-dimensional array. Now how many input nodes you are going to get? 36 input nodes you are going to get. Now if you apply this normal neural network over this one, that is a neuron, one neuron, directly if you connect to output layer or hidden layer, whatever it is, if you connect to a neuron, how many weights has to be updated every time? 36 weights has to be updated. For one neuron, 36 weights has to be updated. One more neuron if you consider, one more 36 weights has to be updated. Sir, here it is a 6 by 6. Pixels are 6 by 6 pixels. For example, if you are having 100 by 100 pixels are there. 100 by 100 pixels are there means how many input layers, how many nodes you are going to get in the input layer? 10,000. 10,000 input nodes you are going to get. For one neuron, 10,000 weights has to be updated. Means the process is going to be more complex. So that is the reason why we will not go with the artificial neural networks. This is the interview question. Why you will not select the artificial neural networks for your image classification? Because more number of input nodes we are going to get. For a body image, 1500 into 1358 is the pixels. This one image. If I convert this one to 1-dimensional, what is the value? How many weights you are going, how many number of input neurons you are going to get? How many number of input neurons? 100 into 1358. 20,37,000 input neurons for one image. For working on one single image, it is considering 20,37,000 neurons. 20,37,000 neurons, weights has to be updated. So that is the more complexity it is having. That is the reason why we'll move on to the convolution neural networks. Why we can't use a normal artificial neural networks. Though we are having numbers also, we can't go with the normal neural networks. Now, what is meant by convolution? Convolution neural networks. As we know, what is meant by neural network? Neural network means connections between the neurons. Here total 36 neurons are there, input neurons. These 36 input neurons are connected to the hidden layer or output layer, whatever it is. Okay, 36 neurons has been connected. Now what is meant by convolution, you know? Converting these 36 neurons to less number of neurons. Instead of working on 36 neurons, reduce the number of input neurons is called as convolution. Convolution means reducing the number of input neurons. Input neurons we have to reduce. At the same time, we should not lose the information. Without losing the information, every information, whatever here I am having, for a letter O, I am having like this the values. All the values I have to consider, means O letter, everything I have to consider. At the same time, I should not get the 36 input neurons. Now, I am going to show you the same O letter here 36 neurons are there, right? These 36 neurons, I'm going to convert to 4 neurons. Information of O will be as it is. O information is not going to change, but 36 input neurons to 4 input neurons I'm going to bring. The process of bringing all these 36 neurons to 4 neurons is called as convolution. After that, neural network, common. From there, again, neural network is common. Once you bring to 4 neurons, input layer is ready. Hidden layers and output layer is common. There is no change in the input layer, hidden layer in the output layer. Neural network remains same. The only thing you are going to convert is number of input neurons you are going to reduce. Why you are reducing that one means in order to reduce the complexity. Is that clear? To reduce the complexity, we are just reducing the number of input neurons. Right? Now, so here if you consider any 100 by 100 pixels, automatically 10,000 weights has to be updated. Every time 10,000 weights has to be updated, which is very difficult. Right? Now, next, for example, we are having some kind of complex images, complicated images, where very minute details will be there. In that case also, these artificial neural networks will fail. So that is the reason we are going with respect to the convolution neural networks. Now, convolution neural networks advantages are multiple advantages. One advantage is it is going to reduce the number of input nodes. It is going to reduce the number of input nodes. So that bringing 36 to 4 in this situation, don't say in the interview, sir, what is meant by convolution means bringing 36 nodes to 4 nodes, not that one. They may consider 36 nodes, they may consider 100 by 100, 10,000 nodes. Reducing the number of input nodes. Reducing the number of input nodes. And at the same time, for example, this, what is this number? Okay. Now, if I write this one in terms of like this. If you keep the upper value, okay. If you keep only the lower part, okay. Some people will assume this one as 4. Maybe for 5, you have missed this one. For example, this one is there. Now, what we are going to do? Now, tell me about this number. Whether it is 5, whether the down part was missed or upper part is added, any one is wrong. Which one? Now, what is this number? 4 or 5? 4 means the upper part, this part has to be erased. 5 means we have to add similarly one more part down. For both of them, it is in middle. So some numbers they will write in terms of not that much of clarity will be there. Okay, they will not completely clearly. If they write like this clearly, we can identify easily. But some numbers will be there in such a way. For example, let us take number 2. If they write like this, okay, we can identify. Some people will write the 2 also, something like this, whether question mark or 2. Right? So we'll get a doubt. So these type of neural networks also, these type of images also, it will identify perfectly. Okay. The more accurate results we want means, for example, more accuracy required. It is predicting an accuracy of 80%, but still you want more accuracy means more number of images you have to give for training purpose. Or you have to, one is increase the data. In order to get the more accuracy, increase the data. Option number 2, increase the number of hidden layers. In this way, you can increase the more accuracy. Right? Now, so let us see this one. What is convolution neural network? Convolution neural networks where images are there. All these images are going to be stored in our brain where it is called as visual cortex. In our brain, there is a storage called as visual cortex. So what is the use of this visual cortex? From where this they have identified means whoever has invented the CNN, some scientist has invented the CNN, right? Some ex-scientist, whatever the scientist. Now this scientist has got a doubt. What is the doubt they have got is why the students, whatever the students are there, why students are able to remember whatever the movie scenes, every scene, whatever they have observed in the movies, they can remember each and every scene, the maximum, or with respect to the dialogues or scenes or something. They can remember the scenes. Why they can't remember with respect to whatever the trainer is discussing in the class? What is the difference between these two? In the movie, you have observed the movie 2 years back. But 2 years back, the same thing, whatever the trainer has told you in the class, you're not able to remember. What is the reason behind this? Miss, they identified that visualization is the answer. Now, visualization, okay, visualization is the answer. So more visually it is there, more clearly we'll understand and we'll remember easily. Now, the same visualization, then if I provide the same visualization to the brain, where it is getting stored? The theory part and the images both are getting stored in the brain in the same location or in a different locations. Means the images will be stored in the visual cortex. In the brain, there is a location called as visual cortex. Only in the visual cortex, all the images will be stored. Every image, whatever the images are there, right? So the images will be stored in the visual cortex. Now they understand, okay, in a particularly brain, all the images, what are the different types of images that person is checking or seeing, it is getting stored in the visual cortex. Now the question is, with your eyes, you are observing so many things every day, from morning to evening, so many things you are observing. I think, for example, let us take like this. Some person you have met 1 year back, your friend's friend. 1 year back, your friend, you has introduced one more friend. And you both has went for somewhere and something was done. That person face you can remember now also. Even after 1 year also you can remember. Why and how? The question is of how it is possible. How the brain is storing that particular image and why this brain is not storing this particular image. There should be some reason. That reason, this scientist, whoever has invented the CNN, he has identified that reason. The reason behind that is with respect to whatever you require to store, that you have to feel. If you don't feel that one, it will not store in your brain. Whenever you are feeling, different hormones are releasing in the body. That hormones are, they have created the hormones in terms of activation functions, right? So the same thing, just in the visual cortex, the images are getting stored, right? Now, how this CNN is going to work means whatever the image you are going to share it and input you are going to share, at the same time output also. For training the model, classification is a supervised machine learning, supervised algorithms. Whether it is a deep learning algorithm, whether it is a machine learning algorithm, classification means supervised. Supervised means where it is a labeled data. Labeled data means where input and output both are available. So what you are going to do is you are going to share the multiple input images along with the output also. So you are going to train this. This image is called as this one. This image is called as this one. This image is called as this one. You are going to train in that way. So once you train that way, now multiple images. For example, this image you are training to the CNN as happy. This image you are training as a sad. You are training. As you are training as a sad, it is storing as a sad only. If you train this one also as something like differently, you are giving some kind of expression, it is going to store according to that. Okay, whatever the way you give the information, it is going to store. Just in order to understand CNN in a simple way, very, very simple logic is, assume there is a baby of 1 year old. Okay, the baby don't know who is mother, who is father, nothing. Okay, and who is mama, who is with respect to grandmother, who is grandfather, nothing they don't. Okay, first time you are showing for this baby, first time in the life, for the first time you are showing one person and you say that he is your mama. You'll say that he is your mama. Something you'll say like this. What the baby will understand? Since you are trained as mama, so it is understanding mama. If you train as grandfather, automatically it will understand grandfather only. If you train as with respect to as your daddy, it will train as dad. If you train with respect to uncle, means it will train as uncle. Whatever you give the information, it will train according to that. Because that particular baby don't know anything. Similarly, here also the machine don't know anything. Whatever the way you train, according to that, it will learn. Right? So now here the multiple images, whatever the multiple images are there, we are just sharing the images. Now it is going to work on the different steps, out of which the first step is called as convolution. Now you have to take the notes. Step 1 is called as convolution. So in this step 1, it is going to do two things. One is called as convolution operation. Second one is called as ReLU. It is going to apply ReLU. Convolution plus ReLU. Right? Step 2 is called as pooling, max pooling. Once step 1 is completed, step 2 is called as max pooling. Step 3 is called as flattening. Step 4 is called as full connection. These are the 4 steps involved in the CNN. Step number 1 is convolution. Step number 2 is max pooling. Step number 3 is flattening. Step number 4 is full connection. Right? So let us understand first step, step number 1. What is meant by convolution? Convolution means nothing but applying the filters. Okay, convolution means applying the filters. Okay, applying the filters. So different types of filters are there. Okay, so what is this filters means? Any filter, once you apply this filter over this, it is going to apply the convolution operation. For example, there is an image like this, one image. And this filter, what is this filter means? This filter is used to identify the edges. This filter is called as edge detection filter. Sir, how to select these filters, sir? From where you are going to select means by default, if you give the number of filters in the Python code, it will only select the number of filters. It is going to select the various filters which are related to that. Automatically, it will only take. Right? So here, whatever the filters are there, just it is going to apply this filter and it is going to identify the vertical edges. This is identifying the edges, right? This is called as filter. Okay. Any filter will be of 3 by 3. A filter will be of 3 by 3. Now, whenever you have applied the filter over this one, now it is going to apply this filters. Whatever the different types of filters are there. Multiple filters are there. One will identify the vertical edges. One will identify with respect to the shape. One will identify the color. One will identify with respect to body type. Like this, we are having with respect to different types of filters are there. Now, whenever you apply the filter over this one, it is going to apply the dot product. Dot product. Dot product means, if you remember in the NumPy, np.array, for example, I am having a is equal to np.array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is A array, this is B array. If I apply A into B, what it is going to do? By default, it is going to apply 1 into 5, 2 into 6, 3 into 7, 4 into 8. It is not going to apply the matrix multiplication unless you ask the matrix multiply, matmul. Unless you write matmul A comma B, then only it will apply the matrix multiplication concept. Otherwise, by default, A into B means, what is the A into B? Element wise operation. During the NumPy, I have told you element wise operation. So whatever the element wise operation is there, do you remember or forgot? So whatever the NumPy operations are there, every NumPy operation is with respect to list plus for loop. So for it is going to apply with the same concept of, for this one, it is going to apply this one into this one into this, and this one into this, right? The same concept here also. So here, this will be applied on this one. This, it is multiplied with this one, this, right? So it is called as dot product. It is not going to apply the matrix multiplication. It is called as dot product. Dot product means position wise. Whatever the position is there, it is going to apply. So first, it is going to multiply this one into this one. That is 0 into 0, 0 into 0, 1 into 1, 0 into 0, 1 into 1, 0 into 0, 1 into 1, 0 into 0, 0 into 0. Output is 3. Again, next, once this is completed, now it is going to send, this is called as sigma wi xi plus b, some bias. It is going to add some bias, and post the bias, you are going to get some value. Next, it will move on to the next one. It will move on to the next 3 by 3. This 3 by 3 will be multiplied into this one. That is 0 into 0, 1 into 0, 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 0, 0, 0 into 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So completely 1, 0. Total overall you are having as 1. 1 minus 2. What is the answer? Minus 1. It is going to give minus 1. Right? So 1 you are going to get as the dot product, and once you send into the bias, it is going to give the minus 1. Sir, how this bias you have selected? Minus 2 is the bias is always fixed, or how you have selected the bias? Bias will be selected based on the back propagation. Here also it is going to apply the same concept of back propagation. Every time the weights will be updated. How we have done in the artificial neural networks, how the bias and the weights are updated, in the same way here also. Right? Next, it is going to take the next one. So again, it is going to apply the same filter. Filter is same. Once this is completed, first this is going to be selected, followed by this one, followed by this one, followed by this one. Okay. Now, once this is completed, from here, here you are having only 2 by 3. Right? Sorry, not 2 by 3, 3 by 2. 3 rows and 2 columns. Here you are having 3 by 3. Then how it can apply the dot product? The number of values are not matching. When the number of values are not matching, it is going to throw the error. So now what it is going to do is, it is just getting with respect to only the up to here only. Is that clear? Only 4 values you are going to get. Similarly, once this is first line is completed, now it will come to the next one. Again this. Okay, this will be multiplied this one and you will get the output. Next, this one. This will be multiplied with this and you will get the output. This one. This will be multiplied and followed by this one. Once this is also completed, next it will come down. Again this one. Again this one. Again this one. Once this is also completed, now next this one. Now next this one. Now next this one. Now next this one. Okay, once this is also completed, now down part, again there is now down part, here 3 values are not there. So these values will not be considered. So now how many values you are going to get means, this 6 by 6, this is basically a 6 by 6. 6 by 6, after applying the filter, you have got 4 by 4. Is that clear? So 6 by 6, after applying the filter, you have got 4 by 4. This is called as future map. Future map means after applying the filters, the data, after converting the data, whatever the output you are going to get, it is called as future maps. Now these future maps, you have applied the filter and you have got the future map in this way. Now this future map, whatever the future map is there, you are going to apply the ReLU over this. So sir, like this, how many filters we are going to apply? Multiple filters. How many filters you write? Those many filters you will get. For each filter, one future map you are going to get. For one filter, one future map. This is first future map based on the first filter. So here, for example, this is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 by 7. First you have applied first filter and you will get a value here. For second filter, for third filter, for fourth filter, for fifth filter. Like this, for all the filters, you are going to get. For each and every filter, you are going to get. This is called as future maps. Now this, whatever the filter you have got, for the filter, you are going to apply the post ReLU. ReLU means all the negative values has to be converted to 0 and positive values has to be considered as a positive value. So here, all the negative values will be considered as 0. Now, when you have applied this, for this image, you have applied one filter, you have got the future map, and post ReLU you have got with respect to this one. Now, what is the meaning of this means? For example, there is an image like this. This is a black and white image. For this black and white image, I am going to apply a filter called as edge detector filter, which identify the edges. So I have given one filter. Now, that filter has given me some values, that is future map, where black and whites are there. Blacks are negative values and whites are positive values. Now in this image, if you observe, this is some kind of blur image for you. But if you remove the blackness, now can you see only the edges? This is the original building. For this original building, after applying one filter, I have got the edges like this. Is that clear? Before ReLU, this is having both negative values and positive values. Let us assume the negative values I have taken in the black color, positive values I have taken in the white color. Post ReLU, only white colors I have considered, black colors I have removed. Now these are the edges. It has identified the edges. Now these edges, whatever the output you have got, you are saying this edges is called as a building. Similarly, for cat also, it will identify the same. It will send the one filter, and based on the cat shape, whatever the edges it has identified, generally cat means the shape will be like this. From the first image. Second image, the same filter it is going to apply. Again, it will get some output. Based on that, okay, cat shapes will be generally like this. So from various things, it is going to understand. Is it clear, guys? Convolution operation. Convolution operation means, what is meant by convolution operation means very simple. Just you have to take the filters and apply the ReLU over that. One filter, one future map. Two filters, two future maps. 10 filters, 10 future maps. Image is same. Image is not going to be changed. For one image, you are going to apply the multiple future, that is multiple filters you are going to get, and multiple future maps you are going to have like this. Now, next step is called as pooling. Okay. Now pooling, why we are going to do this pooling means, so here some images will be, if you observe this one, images, some images will be having the, here the image, whatever I have considered is cheetah, where we are having with respect to this cheetah image, in this face and this one, everything are cheetah only. But photos are different. The images are different. This position is different and the face is located in this position. Here the face was located in this position. Here the face was located in this position. The face was located in this position. Face was located in the center position. And the face was located in this corner position. What is the difference between these two? Here the face is in this position. Face is in this position. So now if I give the shape, if I identify the shape, the cheetah shape will be like this. If I draw the shape, the face will be here only. Now it will identify the shape of the cheetah is here. Oh, face is not there. No, it is not called as cheetah. So it should not get confused like this means. Then what I'm going to do is max pooling. I'm going to take the max pooling. So what is meant by max pooling means, in the given data, whatever the maximum value is there, that value you are going to consider is called as max pooling. So here I'm going to take a max pooling of 2 by 2. 2 by 2 means, in this 2 by 2, what is the maximum value? 1. So that is going to be considered. And next, in this, what is the maximum value? 0. In this, what is the maximum value? In this, maximum value. Like this, I'm going to take the maximum values is called as max pooling. If you consider minimum values, it is called as min pooling. If you take the average values, then it means, for example, if you consider here, okay, this 4, out of these 4, what is the average of 4? 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 divided by 4, which is nothing but 1 by 4, which is 0.25. For this one, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 by 4, which is nothing but 0 by 4, 0. For this one, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 by 4, which is 0 by 4, again 0. For this one, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1 divided by 4, that is 1 by 4, 0.25. Now here, whatever the output you are going to get, this output is called as mean pooling. If you apply the max pooling, you can, if you apply the max pooling, it is going to identify the maximum value. Now here, if you take this image, from this image, first you have got the future maps. From the future maps, after pooling, the size has been reduced. Pooling is clear now. For image is same. For one image, you are applying the various filters. This is filter number 1, filter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Here 15 filters I am going to apply. 15 future maps I am going to get. On a single image, 15 future maps I'm going to get. For these 15 future maps, I'm going to apply the max pooling. Automatically pooling means size will reduce. Second step is also clear. First step, second step. First step is applying the filter and applying the ReLU over that. Second one is pooling means collecting the maximum value. Max pooling means collecting the maximum value. Next one is called as flattening. Flattening means just whatever the output you have got, convert to one-dimensional array. Now here, total 6 by 6. 6 by 6 has converted to, that is 36 input nodes, now just 4 nodes. 36 input nodes has been converted to 4 nodes. Is that clear? Clear, guys? Once again. First image, whatever the image is there, for that I'm going to apply the filter plus ReLU. Filter plus ReLU. Filter along with the ReLU is called as future map. Whatever the future map I have got, for this future map, I'm going to apply the pooling. And after applying the pooling, I'm going to get some, after pooling, whatever the output I'm going to get, this is the one more future map. For this, I'm going to apply the flattening. For image, you are applying the filter, ReLU, and finally you are going to do the flattening. Right? So nothing but types of filters. Multiple filters will be applied. And the filters will be adjusted in such a way that based on the backpropagation. Backpropagation means nothing but based on the error. If the error is more means, it is going to adjust according to that. Is that clear? So convolution followed by pooling followed by flattening. Any image, one image, if you consider that image, first you have to do the convolution. Convolution means apply the filters. Post ReLU is called as convolution. For that you are applying the pooling. For that you are going to do the flattening. Now once the flattening is done, from there it is common. Neural network. Connect to a neural network. So here, whatever the neural network is there, this is 1, 0, 0 and 1. The weights minus 0.8, minus 0.07, 0.2, 0.17 and the B value. Here we are having one layer, that is sigma wi xi plus B. The B is 0.97 and ReLU. ReLU is the activation function and this is connected to this. The weights is equal to minus 1.33. Weight is equal to plus 1.33 and here again you are having with respect to B value plus 1.45 and this B value is minus 0.45. Okay. Now, how you have got these weights means after backpropagation. So I have given the epochs. Epochs is equal to 100. After 100 epochs, once all the 100 epochs are completed, finally it will stop at one location, right? It has to stop at one location. This is the final answer. Now for this final answer, now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to send the image called as O image. O image is nothing but this one. Okay. So this is the neural network. Please write in the notes this neural network. Where one hidden layer is there and in the output neuron you are having 2. This is input layer. This is hidden layer, where hidden layer consists of only one neuron and this is output layer. So what you have done initially, miss? Initially, whatever the number of neurons are there after after once the pooling and fattening is completed, automatically that will be considered as the input layer, and you have given only one hidden layer and two output neurons. Only this thing you have given. Your work is this one, and automatically it has taken the four neurons it has taken, and this is the neural network was designed. Okay, this is called as design of neural network. Now inside this design of neural network, you are going to initialize the weights. Randomly, the weights are getting initialized. All the 6 weights are randomly initialized. Once 6 weights are randomly initialized, after that, based on post backpropagation, once the backpropagation is done, epoch of 1. Epoch of 1 means, what is meaning of epoch of 1? First, it is going to calculate forward propagation, and it is going to calculate the error. Based on the error, the weights are adjusted for one time. Epoch of 2, adjusted for second time. Epoch of 3, adjusted for third time. Like this, epoch of 100. Means 100 times the weight was adjusted. After 100th time, after adjusting the weight, the final weights are this one. This is the final one. Initially, some weights are initialized randomly. Initially, some weights are taken. This is the final one which you have got. After 100 epoch, this is the answer you have got. Okay, after 100, you have got, this is the answer. This is the initial one. Initial neural network. This is the initial neural network, and this is the final answer. Is that clear? Only it is going to change the weights. Connections are not going to increase. Connections are not going to decrease. It is just changing the weight. It is updating only the weight. Okay, done. Once after 100 epochs, you have got the final answer like this. This is your neural network. For this neural network, you are transferring the information. What information? One image. There is one image. That image is with respect to 6 by 6, which is of letter O. Okay. Now you are going to send the letter O into this one. Now, what you are going to do? First, this letter O, first you are going to apply the filter, and you are getting this one, and post ReLU, and after pooling, you have got the input values like this. Now, input values are ready. Now, first, in your first hidden layer, in the hidden layer, what it is going to do? Sigma Wi Xi. W values are already there. Xi. What is Xi? That is nothing but 1,0,0,1. So now what it is going to do? Sigma Wi Xi. That is 1 into minus 0.8. Check your neural network. The first value is 1. 1 into the weight. What is the corresponding weight? Minus 0.8 plus 0.0 into minus 0.7. 0 into 0.2. 1 into 0.17 plus B. What is the B value? 0.97. Now you are going to get answer as 0.34. Now that hidden layer, the hidden neuron is having what is the activation function? ReLU is the activation function. In the hidden layer, ReLU is the activation. What is the output from that? 0.34 is the output, because 0.34 is there. Since it is a positive value, the same positive value it will give as the output. Now from that you have got the same 0.34 as the output. Now from this, we are having one more. Here the weights are there, and along with the bias is there. Now what you are going to do? Sigma Wi Xi plus B. Sigma Wi Xi plus B. For this one and for this one you are going to calculate. Now here, how many neurons are there? Xi means how many neurons are there? One neuron. That is W1 X1 plus B. Here also W1 X1 plus B. Already W value is fixed. B value also fixed. Now what is the value you require is only X value. From this neuron, what is the output you have got? 0.34. This 0.34 you have to substitute here. 0.34 you have to substitute here. And whichever is having the highest value, just I am substituting the same 0.34. 0.34 into the weight plus bias, which I have got as 1. Similarly, I am going to substitute the point into that weight into that one plus bias. I have got output as 0. Now, which is having the highest one? Now, whether it belongs to X or O means this particular image called as O image. We are going to finalize. Sir, let us take one more image, sir. X. Okay, let us take this one. Neural network is not going to change. Once the model is designed, means we are just passing the new information only. We are not going to change the model every time. Now X image was sent. Now it is going to apply the filter. After applying the filter, I have got the future maps in this way. So this is the future map. Okay, this is the filter and this is the bias and this is the future map. And I have got the values like this. Now 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. These values I am going to substitute here. If 0, 1, 1, 0, can you calculate that output? Can you please do that one in your neural network? You have designed the neural network, right? So in this 0, 1, 1, 0. Now what is the output? Now this weight, what is the weight? 0 into 0.8 plus, what is this weight? 0. minus 0.07 into 1 plus 1% please. 0.2. 1 into 0.2 plus 0 into 0.17. Something, whatever it is. Anyways, it is going to be 0 on. Right? Plus bias. What is the bias? Now calculate. That is minus 0.07 plus 0.2 plus 0.97. What is the output? 0.97 plus 0.20. That is nothing but 1.17 minus 0.07. That is nothing but 1.1. Right? You are going to get as 1.1. This is now here sigma wi xi plus b for this one is 1.1. Post ReLU. You are having ReLU. From that ReLU, what is the output? You are going to get same 1.1 as the output. Now for this 1.1, here what is the weight? Minus 1.67. 37. Minus 1.37 is the weight. And what is the bias? 1.45. Now just multiply this one. That is minus 1.37 into 1.1 plus 1.45. Calculate. That is minus 1.37 into 1.1 plus 1.45. What is the value? So the same thing. So just observe here. Whatever the values I have got, I am going to substitute here. Okay. So minus 1.37 into 1.1. Okay. Plus 1.45. Now you have got answer as minus 0.057. Now from that same, this side, what is the weight? 1.3733. 1.33 minus 0.45. Now whatever the output of this one is 1.1, just multiply 1.33 into 1.1 minus 0.45. So calculate the same. 1.1 into 1.33 minus 0.45. Now what is the output you have got? 1.01. So now if you observe this one, so here you have got with respect to 1 and here you have got as 0. Now out of these two, which is the highest one? That is that clear? Is that clear, guys? So once the neural network was designed, we are just sending the information. Sir, for example, instead of X, this one. Now let us take one more image. You do now. Neural network is not going to change. I am going to share only the new image into this neural network. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, done. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to take this one as there is an image like this. Okay. There is an image like this where these values are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. Now, this image, what are the images? X image or O image? Whether it is an X image or O image. Right? It is neither completely of X. Pure of X means it should be like this. Now, what I'm going to do is out of 6 by 6, I'm drawing only this one. I'm going to draw only this one. So out of which 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, you are going to have. That is wherever the values are there, this you substitute as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This one is 1 and 1. Okay, remaining everything is 0. Now, this image, whatever the image is there, this image basically, this is of like this. Whether it is a X letter or a O letter. Means now you apply the same filter. Filter is going to be the same. Filter is going to be the same. Here, this you are having the values, only these values. And filter is going to be the same. And you are going to calculate the future maps. You will calculate the max pooling value. You will only calculate this one and directly substitute in this neural network and calculate what is the probability for O and what is the probability for X. Now you tell me for this one, whatever the image is there, this image is close to 0 or close to X. Now here you can identify this one, right? Because the X letter is almost close. So that same thing you do the mathematics. So the same thing, once the neural network was designed, the future image we are going to send into that. Now it is clear for you. So the earlier I have told you, right? Some cats, what are the cats and dogs are there? So I'm going to train on the cats. Multiple cat images I am going to train. Multiple dog images I am going to train. Now in the future, so once the training is completed, the neural network is ready. The entire neural network, whatever the neural network it has created, the neural network is ready. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a new image into this. Inside this neural network, I'm just sending a new image and it is going to apply this neural network, whatever the weights are there, whatever the things are there, just it is calculating and finally predicting the probability for this one and probability for this one. Sir, now the question is, number of input neurons. How many number of input neurons I have to consider? So after applying the post flattening, it will take automatically. So Python code, we are going to just apply the pooling. After once the pooling is completed, we are going to do the flattening. Now, whatever the flattening is there, this will be considered as the input layer. After flattening, this will be considered as the input layer. Just you have to add only the hidden layer and output layer. This is nothing but hidden layer and output layer. So after flattening, what are the number of input neurons it is going to have? It is automatically selected. Your work is only to give the number of hidden layers. And inside the hidden layers, how many number of neurons you want to add. And followed by output layer, just output layer. Now, once you share the output layer, okay. Now, once you share the output layer, now if you observe here, the cats and dogs are O letter and X letter, 2 letters, O and X. If you observe this one, this is basically a binary classification problem. Sir, it is a binary classification, right? Now, you can go with the output, in the output layer, you can apply the sigmoid only, right? For output layer, we have to apply only sigmoid. Now, why you have considered two neurons in the output layer? What are the neural network you have shown us? Inside that, one hidden layer is there. One hidden layer is there. That hidden layer consists of only one neuron. And in the output layer, 2 neurons are there. Why you have taken 2 neurons, sir? You have to take only 1 neuron, right? Actually, for binary classification problem, only 1 neuron, and that too sigmoid is the activation function you have to give, right? Why you have considered 2 neurons? Either you can select 2 neurons or you can select even 1 neuron also. If you select 1 neuron miss, here sigma wi xi plus b followed by post ReLU we have applied. Here sigma wi xi plus b post we have to apply the sigmoid if you consider 1 neuron. Now, if you consider the same example with the In the output, 2 neurons. Okay, in the output, if you consider 2 neurons, here you are going to apply the sigma wi xi plus b and ReLU as the activation function. And here you are going to take with respect to, instead of sigmoid, you are just calculating only sigma wi xi plus b. You have not applied the any activation function. Do you remember in earlier calculation? Just we have calculated only sigma wi xi plus b only, but not calculated the activation function, because here this one is called as softmax. The activation function is softmax. Softmax means for each neuron calculate the sigma wi xi plus b, and overall whichever the neuron is having the higher the value, that is the output. That is the softmax activation function. Is that clear? That is the difference between these two. This is either sigmoid. Sigmoid means only one neuron you have to take, and this you have to consider like this. Okay. Sir, for example, there is a multi-class classification problem. Multi-class. Okay. In the output variable, I'm having 3 neurons are there. 3-class problem. So I'm going to calculate the sigma wi xi plus b for this neuron. For this neuron, sigma wi xi plus b. For this neuron, sigma wi xi plus b. I'm going to calculate the sigma wi xi plus b for 3 neurons. And whichever the having the highest one, that is the class. That is called as softmax activation function. Whenever you have written that softmax, so for example, in the output layer, if you write either 2, and if you write the instead of this softmax, if you write the softmax, here you can write either the 2 neurons with softmax or 1 neuron with sigmoid. Anything is okay.